Hello everybody, it's Vinyl Rich here with a Vinyl Finds video. I haven't made a video in a couple weeks. I just haven't been feeling it. I just watched Ryan Kidd's 2 of his videos this morning, and it inspired me. I'm going to make a video. I have probably close to 30 records that I haven't shown. They're still on the floor, and I need to start putting them away. I started logging stuff into Discogs, and I was thinking of making a video about that. That probably will be my next video. I also was going to do an entry into Steve Carlson's contest, like people in the BC that inspired you to buy records. And I have some here that I knew vinyl finds that people inspired me to buy, so I'm going to just do that. And this is the first one. It's Smokey and Miho. It's Bob Bradley he makes some videos sometimes with some older guy. And I don't know if it's his dad or a buddy. I don't know. And the older dude showed this. And I loved Cibo Matto. That was one of my favorite bands back then. They were a little bit different. I really dug it when Sean Lennon joined the band. But yeah, I saw them on a TV show, and it was really lo-fi, low-budge synthesizers. And I went out, and they didn't have any vinyl. They had a CD, and I bought it, the very first CD that I ever saw. And I dug them. But Miho Hattori, I guess is her name. And This is actually I guess they recorded 2 EPs, and first EP is side 1, second EP is side 2. This isn't generally the type of music that I listen to. It's kind of mellow. Kind of like that French, what was that, 60s? Man, that Frenchish, Hardy kind of sound, kind of exotica. It's a very mellow record. And sometimes Rich listens to mellow. But yeah, I bought this because of watching a Bob Bradley video. And it's a really nice polyline sleeves. I like that when they do that. I don't have to change them out. That's what the labels look like. Very simple. But really cool, man. If you like mellow music, you might dig that one. Dr. October, I definitely bought this because of Dr. October. I saw this in the record store, and he's shown this record a number of times. It's the Blasting Concept. Number 2, is it? Because I know the first one had like this picture. Yeah, volume 2 had a pretty offensive drawing on the front. And I saw these back in the 80s when they came out, and I wasn't really into a lot of the SST bands. But it's pretty cool, man. And it not only shows these bands, but it also shows all the releases they have on SST records. So I'm gonna check out some of these, and if I can get some of them cheap, I'm gonna go down that route. Of course I do have some of them, but I got Husker Du, the Minutemen. I have the Meat Puppets. Might be about it. I do have a St. Vitus, yeah. Anyways, pretty cool comp here. Saccharine Trust is on there. And this is a pretty interesting green label for SST Records. And yeah, I bought that because of Dr. October. Now this one here, I think a few people have shown it, but I think the first person I ever saw show it was Mazzy. And it's Davey Allen from the Blasters. And it's The Third Eye is the name of the album. And the album kind of sounds like how this record cover looks. It's a lot of it's instrumental, pretty spacey. I wouldn't say Jimi Hendrix, when he does it really slow, kind of meditative groove. But yeah, it's really cool. I think the vocals are probably the weak part of this, and thankfully he doesn't really sing on a lot of the songs, so it's pretty cool. It's a double album, and yeah, it's really cool. The Blasters were a fucking good band live, man. And this is side C and D. It's on Glorious Black vinyl and on Yep Rock Records. And yeah, black. And it came with this poster insert, which is pretty fucking pointless if you ask me, but whatever, you know. Now, this next one is a band I got turned on to because of Martin Jones. Cat that he's lived all over the place. He lived in California for probably the first time I became aware of him. He was living in California. But he packed up and moved to Detroit, bought his house, and he figured, you know, I can afford a house in Detroit. I'm going to go for it. California is absurd. And he did a video. He shot, this is actually the Stools at the Outer Limits, December 28th, 2019. And he actually shot a video of this show, and it's up on YouTube, on his Martin Jones channel. And they issued it on a cassette only. I didn't buy the cassette, but I did buy the download back then. But it finally came out on vinyl. And yeah, it's really good set, man. Band from Detroit. Really garagey punk, I would call it. Fantastic, though. It's really good. And I know Dead Wax 66 is a fan of them, too. And it's got another insert. And yeah, I'm going to try and get everything I can by the Stools. And let's see, is this looks like it might be on pretty. It's on white vinyl. Yeah. Pretty hard to see the picture on that one side. Now this next band, it's they're like a 80s punk sound. Not real brutal hardcore. So I don't want that to turn people off, because a lot of people don't like the brutal hardcore stuff. This is the Illiterates. This is the type of stuff that Ryan Kidd would like. Again, Dead Wax 66 would like this. Very cool. I just picked this up from Kill Enemy Records. I saw them on Bandcamp, I think. I really liked what I heard. And it comes with an insert with all the words to all the songs. You know what's a trip? When I watch Ryan Kidd's videos, he knows all the words of these songs. You know, he's got in his mind. I can't remember shit, man, as far as lyrics are concerned. And that's what the labels look like. And the other side has got the cover. I hope it's not too dark in here. I put some tinting on the windows right here. And the sun is behind a cloud right now. This next one, well, you know what? Talking about Ryan Kidd, look at this cool thing I got. But found this on, I was looking, because I'm trying to get their second album, and I can't find it anywhere. But every once in a while I'll go on eBay, type in the Disconnects, and this popped up, a fucking flyer from a Disconnect show. Very cool shit, dude. I had to get that, man, when I saw it, you know? The Disconnects. Now this next one, I think I got two more to show. This is GBH. I bought this a few months back. Charge GBH. It's side 1. Side A is Demo 1980 and a couple of live tracks. And side B is Rehearsal Room. Now GBH were one of my favorite bands back in the 80s, especially in concert. They were rad, dude. They were excellent. There was only one time I saw them where they weren't quite up to the other shows, and it turned out the drummer, I guess he was a heroin addict at the time, and he was playing way slower than he used to. I mean, put it this way: every beat before it was like 4 of them, you know, and you can't be let's say this about jazz. You can be a junkie and play jazz, you know, drums. And even the screw-ups adds to it, you know. You can't be a junkie and play drums in a hardcore punk band. And that's to all the people out there, all the jazz heads that say, "Oh, jazz musicians are better than." Get out of here. I like making little digs at jazz, but I never get a response because all the jazz heads they quit watching me a long time ago. But yeah, I was gonna say this record is not very good. It's not. Don't get it. That's what I would say. The demo's okay. The 1980 demo songs. There's 4 of them. So if you want to get it for that, very early recordings of Generals, and the 2 live ones are nah, and the rehearsal room one it sucks. So yeah, don't get it. And it's on, instead of Clay, it's on DLAY, Delay. So it's definitely a boot, but I love GBH, so I had to check it out. No, I guess I got 2 more. This next one is Mainliner by Social Distortion. It's Wreckage from the Past. It's like their early singles, their first 3 or 4 singles, which I think I have them all on 7-inch. I dig the early Social Distortion. And then they blew up, man. They really got big in the late 70s, early 80s, and I didn't really like that stuff. So again, it just shows Vinyl Richie does not have his finger on the pulse of the listening public. But yeah, the early shit was good. I saw them with the original lineup at Cathay de Grande in Hollywood, which was it was in the basement of a Chinese restaurant in Hollywood, and I went to a few gigs there, and it was probably the 2nd or 3rd gig I realized, man, this is a motherfucking fire trap, man. There's one way, you come down the stairs. Although you probably could go through the back and you'd be in the kitchen area and that, you could get out that way. But that's how I think, I always think, escape routes, and, I was never a fucking dumbass. But yeah, this is fantastic, dude. It's got 1945, which is a great song. Playpen, Mainliner, Moral Threat, All the Answers, Justice for All, Under My Thumb, their cover of the Stones, fantastic. The 13th Floor version of 1945, the 13th Floor version of Playpen, and Mass Hysteria, fantastic. This is my favorite record by Social Distortion. And it comes in this great inner sleeve. And the labels are pretty cool. It's just that's the album cover. Yeah, I highly recommend that one. The GBH, the Social Distortion Mainliner, 2 thumbs up. And this last one I'm going to show is by a band, The X. And what's this label called? Superior Viaduct. I had never really bought anything by this label until this year, I think. I bought the Screamers one. And I bought the X. They reissued their first 2 albums, and I bought the second one because I listened to them both on YouTube, and I like the second one more. And the record store had a stack of these ones, so I thought these ones will last longer. So I eventually did buy this one too. This is their debut album, came out in 1980. I think they started in 79, could be 77, but I think it's 79. They're from the Netherlands. And very cool band, man. I never really heard of this band before. And I believe Superior Viaduct is in the works of reissuing their 3rd and 4th album, which is very cool. I mean, I'll jump on that. They made records up till the 90s, I believe. And it came with a 7-inch. Pretty cool. I'm into picture sleeve 7 inches. And the record, very simple red labels on black vinyl. And it came with this, I don't know. I know they're from the Netherlands, but goddamn, man, print the shit in English, Anyways, it's how to make a picture disc, I guess, and Yeah, it shows you scissors and I don't know. It's supposed to be funny, I guess. And it's got a booklet, Disturbing Domestic Peace. I guess I should have said that's the name of their debut album. And it's got, you know, how to set up a band. And it's got all the lyrics to their songs, which are mostly in English, I believe. But yeah, the X, dude. Fantastic band from the Netherlands. Which, they speak the Dutch language there, I guess? The X. I don't know if you can see that. Sporting my new chain whip shirt. Band from Vancouver, Canada. Anyways, take care, everybody. Love you. Lionel Richie loves you.